This is interesting. It's like lottery balls. Hey, 你好。
嗨，
嗨，
嗨，你好。
很可爱。Good morning. It's about 6:30 on a Sunday. Wow, did you hear that? It's about 6:30 on a Sunday, holiday Sunday. And this little breakfast street is usually gobsmacked, packed. But I guess technically we're on the second day of the 7-day National Day holiday. You would think I would know that, but my school has kind of outlawed holidays recently. Every holiday these days strikes fear into the people at Wuhan University that make decisions. Actually, it's a national decision because we are a national university. So this, group of mucky mucks somewhere, probably in Beijing, they decide how many days of vacation. And last week was kind of hilarious. Last Monday, so 6 days ago, I wanted to know, how to plan my classes for this upcoming week. And so I asked my teaching team leader, are we going to have Monday off next week or Tuesday, or what's the deal? And she said, we're waiting for directions. So I go into class Monday morning, and I know that the students often know these things way before I do anyway. So I asked my students, and they didn't know. And then they started, minor complaining about, I already have a train ticket to my hometown. I don't want to cancel it. Another person said, I've heard that it's totally canceled. So we're only going to get Saturday and Sunday, and we're going to be back on Monday. And so that, we all left the classroom that morning demoralized. About an hour after that first class, we found out that, yes, indeed, we are going to have a 3-day break. 1 vacation day, 2 days of a normal weekend. October 1st is on Saturday. I'm stopping because I don't want to run into a bad piece of road here. So the holiday being on a Saturday, in normal days, back before COVID, they would work it out so there would be 3 days officially of vacation plus a weekend. So that's 5. And then they would tack on another 2, but those would be days that we would have to make up on various weekends teaching. So we might teach our Monday classes on, the Saturday after the vacation ends, and maybe another day's classes on the Sunday. So we wind up having 7 days off and then a 7-day work week. That's no bargain either, but that's 7 days off. Here we get 3 days off. So it's better than 2. A lot of unhappy people that wanted to go home that now can't. And also, looking at the comments on WeChat, I noticed that a lot of my students have indeed gone home. We've got a Disneyland in Shanghai and a Universal Studios with Harry Potter in Beijing, and I always see pictures of my students from there. Man, they must have VIP access. I just think that would be an impossible ticket to get during the holidays, but invariably 1 or 2 or 3 of them get those tickets. Good for them. Time check, it's 6:33 a.m. on a holiday. I wonder if those workmen get overtime. Love this guy. This is interesting. It's like lottery balls. Hey, 你好。
嗨，嗨，你好。
很可爱。Those sesame balls, if they're made well, They're so flaky and lightly crunchy on the outside, and it's like there's almost nothing inside. Somehow the dough, the bread, I don't know. I'm not a deep fryer, but they can be really good if they're not heavy. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I wanted to talk about the word overtime for a moment. I don't know if the workers here, the construction workers or the street workers, if they get extra pay on overtime. But I do know that, years ago, I worked at an adult training center for English learners who were already, out of school, professionals. And they would tell me, things like, I have to work so much overtime. I don't like my job. There's too much overtime. And, my mind went to the American meaning, and I was thinking, well, at least you're making time and a half, maybe double time on holidays. But that is not the case here in China. Overtime just means your boss wants you to work extra hours for no extra pay. Arriving at East Lake, which is usually kind of quiet this time of day, but of course this is the holiday. Oh, it is quiet. Those guys out there were God knows what. Beautiful. It's about 7 o'clock now. Walking directly into the sun. Thank goodness for the tree cover. Who are these people? They're never here. Of course, they're probably saying, who is that foreigner? He's never here. We're coming up on one of the back gates to Wuhan University. I'm going to cut through there. So much nicer in here. It was loud out there by the street. The sun was, well, I was walking straight into the sun, which, yeah, what the hell's going on here? For the last couple weeks, it had been cooling down a little. It was comfortable. It was in the 80s, and it looked like fall had finally arrived. After all, today is October the 2nd, and then suddenly yesterday, and for the next 3 days, it's going to be over 100 every day. And it's getting very humid again, because after this, what I hope is the last gasp of hot weather this year, we're going to get maybe a week of rain. I hope it's real rain. We need some rain. We need a lot of rain. Meanwhile, the campus is just gorgeous, and it's just an extra treat on vacation days when there are very few students. Let me amend that. Since there are very few students awake, there's still a certain population of students who are not leaving campus. I don't know. just stay here for a while. I'm right above the Cherry Blossom Road, right down here, where the streets are lined with white cherry blossoms everywhere. Can't really see the campus because of the trees. Is that an expression? Right across the way is the mountain I usually walk on. My walking trail is most of the way up that. And then we're heading into the sun. And East Lake is somewhere this way. And with that, I'm going to end this video. I can't even see my phone because I'm kind of staring directly into the sun. But I really want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this walk around East Lake and the campus. If you did, please press the like button. Thanks. Drop a comment below and share this video. Sharing is caring. And finally, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe. All right, I will continue my walk. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.